We are back. This is live at the Center for Performing Arts at Rhinebeck. This is our June show, is that correct? This will air in June. So right now, it's Friday, May the 10th, and we're on the set of Newsies, which has one more weekend to go. Did you get a shot of this beautiful, I don't know what you call it. It's sort of like this wrought iron structure.
Is this the one they used for Ragtime?
It is part of the set of Ragtime. Missing from this set is the elevator, but it's got the same components. It's kind of fun. And too bad if you missed Newsies, because it was a great show. But we're going to talk about what's coming up in June and stretching into July. Far right is Joe Beam. Say hi, Joe.
Hello.
Joe is a mainstay here in terms he's an assistant technical director, he's a stage manager, an assistant stage manager, and in the production of Arsenic and Old Lace, he's going to be an actor. Have you ever been an actor in a show here before?
Yes.
What? Oh, you were in Wonderful Life.
I've been in Wonderful Life. I've been in all the Christmas carols.
That's
I did,
right. But this is like
Dark
a
of
big
the Moon.
role.
King Lear.
This is my first actual role.
Yes, you were in King Lear. You got
was.
stabbed to death in
I
King
did.
Lear. And sitting betwixt Joe and I is Dorothy Luongo, and Dorothy is an actor and a director, and she is directing the musical Secret Garden, which opens on June 21. But in order, on May 24 is Arsenic and Old Lace, Joseph Kesselring. And there probably isn't another play that you could name by Joseph Kesselring. There's one more, but I don't know the name of it. It's a very famous and very funny play. Joe is in it. He's playing Teddy Roosevelt. I'm directing it. Are you having fun?
I'm having an absolute blast.
And you're looking more and more like Teddy Roosevelt as each day goes by.
I'm working on it.
You're working on it. He had to shave down to the mustache.
I keep getting the Super Mario comments
Yeah.
all day at work.
So this opens on May the 24th. It runs until June 9. 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday. All tickets are $25. You know how to get to us. You call us, 876-3080. I believe that's Wednesday through Saturday, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Always online, 24 hours a day, centerforperformingarts.org. You crave seeing a play at 3 a.m., along with like ordering Chinese food or pizza. Try to get it at 3 a.m. here in Rhinebeck. And Dorothy's play, June 10. So let's talk about Secret Garden first.
Yes. What do you want to know?
So I actually did this play many, many years ago here.
You directed?
No, I was in it. I was Ben, the gardener.
Yeah, Ben Weatherstaff.
Ben Weatherstaff, yeah.
How was your Yorkshire?
It was not bad. It was not bad. And I was accoutered very, very well. I looked like, a northern Englishman.
Mm-hmm.
So did you pick this play? Or?
I did, yeah.
And why are you doing it?
It's always been a favorite of mine. We're really happy to be situated right in early summer, and we're looking for something seasonal that would appeal to me. It's the first Broadway show I ever saw, and one of my favorite books as a child. I read it over and over and over again.
I do not know the book. There's a film.
There are so many films.
So many, but I've only seen one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the film true to the play, and is the play true to the book?
I would say the musical is very true to the book. It's really interesting. The dialogue, some of it is lifted right out of the text. So for those of you who know the story, it's really nostalgic.
You want to tell people what the basic story is?
Sure. So the basic story is a little girl who is orphaned. She, first years of her life were in India. Her parents have died from a cholera epidemic, and she ends up on the moor in England with a very tragically widowed hunchback who is her uncle and lives in this huge manor house and is pretty much a recluse. And she comes and finds this garden that has been forgotten that he had made for his wife who has died, and she brings it back to life, and it's her little secret that nobody knows about. And in bringing it back to life, she herself comes back to life a little bit, and so does her uncle Archibald, and they find this ability to rejuvenate.
And there are spirits.
There are spirits. It is a ghost story. It is very, very exciting.
When was the novel written?
The novel was written, I think, 1906, I want to say.
So it kind of fits into because it's got a lot of Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jane Eyre.
Yeah.
It's very, very English. The widowed bitter,
Right.
reclusive man.
Right, dark, spooky hallways, romance tragically torn apart.
And the child that he has, the child becomes his ward, but he has a child of his own.
Right, he does. He has a boy that everybody has said is very ill, and Mary, the little girl, plays a role in bringing him back to health too.
Who's in this?
So many of you will know Janie Langan and Liz Thomas, and
Okay, and Liz is the heroine, right?
yes,
Mary?
yeah,
No.
and Josh Petrarchio is in it, and David Foster is in it.
And who's David?
David is playing the brother, Neville, who is also Colin, the little boy's doctor.
And Josh is the uncle?
Archibald, yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool. Who's the little
Yeah,
boy?
So it's his name is Sean Maloney.
Have we seen him before?
I don't think he's done anything here before, so he's a new face at the center.
And who are your musical directors?
Paul and Joanne Schubert,
Ah.
the highly esteemed.
Who do everything.
Yeah, and Joanne is quite the gardener, so she's.
Is she? Yeah, I know.
She's
I know. Is
enjoying,
she giving you tips?
yeah.
You're going to have a garden on stage?
Right. We are hoping to have a garden everywhere. So just the goal with this show is to watch the garden bloom and bring it up to the house a
Richard
little bit.
Krause painted for us the most fabulous backdrop.
I have seen it.
Have you?
Yes,
You
I
gonna
have
use it?
seen it. I don't think so.
Oh, too bad. It's
But
really
it is beautiful.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's really gorgeous.
Yeah. He rents that out to a lot of people. now.
Yeah.
So, Joe, we've got Arsenic and Old Lace opening on May 24, and you're playing Teddy.
I am.
So, how do you feel about that?
It's a role that I've wanted to do for quite some time.
And you
actually.
said that quite some time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
When I
so
saw
you-
it pop up on the stage manager list,
Yeah.
I started jumping up and down about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been nothing but wanting to do this since
And
I
have
heard
you
about it.
learned to play the bugle? I'm directing, I should know, but the audience doesn't. Have you learned to play the bugle?
I have not.
But you're not gonna. You're
I
just
don't
gonna
want
make
to.
noise.
I just want it to sound like I'm blowing the bugle.
That's all you need to do.
And my
and run
God, does it sound like
upstairs.
that?
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah, and who else is in this show? We've got Emily Depew is Elaine,
Frank.
the girl next door, Frank McGinnis
And,
is
Dennis.
Mortimer, Dennis Silvestri, Jonathan, Melissa Matthews, Dr. Einstein, Cindy Kubik, and Deb Kokonis are the two aunts, and
They are
Abby and Aunt Martha.
fantastic
Yeah, they're
together.
fun.
The
They're a lot of fun.
chemistry is
And they're doing it a little differently than most people would expect it. So this is a little more baggy pants, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of falling down, it's a lot of slapstick. I'm really kind of like, yucking it up.
Madcap dark comedy.
Yeah, fast and funny. Fast and funny. And in between Secret Garden and Arsenic and Old Lace is a new for us, but not brand new. Derek Cloud, who wrote Understudy Jesus, which we did last year, has another play called Our Suburb. And it uses our town as the wellspring. But it's about Skokie, Illinois, and the offshoot of the American Nazi Party, which said it was going to do a march through Skokie, I guess in 77 or 78. And for some reason, and I'm not quite sure what that reason is, in Skokie, Illinois at the time, there were more Holocaust survivors and the children of Holocaust survivors. So the offshoot of the party marching through that community became quite an issue, a little offensive. And it went all the way up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Nazis because of free speech issues. They eventually wound up not marching in Skokie. They chose to march instead in Chicago. So that's opening on June 14th, 3 performances only, 14, 15, 16, being directed by Tina Riley. Tina has been co-director for Lion in Winter and for The Dresser. So this is her first solo outing. We're looking forward to that. So it's June 14, June 16. Huh?
And Prime of Miss Jean Brody.
Oh, co-directed for Prime Miss Jean Brody, which was an RTS production with Michael Jusback. Dresser was ours, and Lion and Winter was ours as well, as part of the Shakespeare Festival. All right, so that's what's coming up. So you got May 24 through June 9, Arsenic and Old Lace. June 14 through 16, Our Suburb. June 21, Secret Garden. And so now we've dispensed all the SCUD information, so now we can talk about ourselves. So you have a theater background.
I do have a theater background.
And where did you go to school?
For theater?
Yeah.
So I did my undergrad at SUNY Purchase, and then, yeah. I did my undergrad at student
So
purchasing.
you don't have a grad degree?
Well, I have a master's, but it's a little bit, it's a teacher's education focus in arts and humanities.
And you're teaching now at?
Poughkeepsie Day School.
And how's that?
That's fabulous.
How many years
That's 14.
You've been there for 14 years?
Sure thing.
Were you teaching there? You directed and you were Aldonza in
At STS.
Man La Mancha.
Correct.
In Phoenicia.
Right.
How many years ago was that?
Like 12.
So were you teaching there then?
Yes.
Oh, wow. And when we did 12th night, was that before La Mancha?
I think so.
Yeah.
So. Around the same time.
Around the same time?
Not
That was
completely.
crazy. She was Festi the Fool.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was
Was
a
that
nice...
the guitar?
Yeah, that was a great production. I was Toby Belch.
Right.
And Dave Foreman was Andrew Aguchi.
Right.
And
And,
I
Michael Jeswick was in that, right? As
Yes!
Malvolio,
He
right?
was Malvolio.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
I am working on the production of 12th Night this summer, too.
Are you really?
Yeah. in
Directing
Connecticut. Enrichment director for a summer camp. So I work with the actors. But
Where?
the-
Where in Connecticut?
New Pond Farm, Reading, Connecticut.
Don't know
It's a
where that
beautiful
is.
little farm, Shakespeare on a farm. It's
Oh.
fabulous.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds great.
yeah.
So is the theater an outdoor theater?
Well, it's where we want it. It's a huge farm. You know, we played a little bit with locations, and we bring benches, and
So you can move the set anywhere you want.
yeah, because it's not a set. The
That's
set is
great.
the farm. And like when we did As You Like It, we had the cows in the background moving. It was a lot of fun.
I have always
So-
wanted to have a big open field somewhere, and I have wanted to take all 8 of the great Wars of the Roses plays and compress them into like 4 hours or 5 hours, starting with Richard II and ending with Richard III. And the reason why I want a big open field, I want to do it like a Renaissance fair. I want horses, and I want guys in armor, and I want clashing battles and swords and lances and stuff.
This
I
sounds
wanted to do
thrilling.
it. Yeah, I wanted
Yeah.
to do it here and open up the garage door
Right.
and have all the battles
Right out,
on
right
the
out
lawn.
there. Yeah, did that not? Is that, yeah.
I don't
There's
know.
a lot of horse people around here.
There are a lot of
you
horse
know,
people.
yeah.
And it actually
Dutchess
could work
County
quite
Fairgrounds,
I know,
right?
Yeah,
so-
it could work quite well.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
CA is pretty active in the area.
So Joe, did you study theater?
I did not.
You're a computer guy.
I am.
Yeah, and you do what? You consult for people?
I actually run a data center out in Danbury, Connecticut for
And you
artists.
commute from where to where? You go to Danbury from where?
I live in Hopewell Junction, so I go from Hopewell Junction to Danbury, Connecticut, then
That's a big
back to
trip,
Hopewell
isn't it?
Junction, then out to here.
Wow, that's a lot of driving in a day.
Hour and a half.
To get to work?
Well, it's 45 minutes there, 45 minutes back, and then 45 minutes here, 45 minutes back every day.
Whoa, that's a lot of traveling.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So had you been involved in theater before you were involved here?
Just in high school, I did one run of A Funny Thing Happened on the Way to the Forum for Arlington.
You were in it?
I was in it.
Who were you?
I was just one of the goof-offs out there.
Oh, wow.
Started coming up with pratfall stuff and stuff to do to the audience. And
So you showed up here like what, 2 years ago?
2 years ago,
2
yeah.
years ago?
Dark of the Moon.
And you wanted to what? You just saw what was going on and you said, oh.
I showed up to help somebody else who was here to audition for the show. I wasn't even here to audition.
Well, and you had seen Clue, right? Isn't that your
I saw
story? You
Clue
saw it like
after
8
that.
times.
Yeah, I actually saw all but one of the showings of Clue.
Did you work it or you just sat in the audience?
I sat in the audience, and then afterwards I helped out. I
Wow.
did all the dishwashing and stuff for them.
So, Dorothy, so you went to SUNY and you got your undergrad degree. So, and you directed at Shandaken, right? STS it's called?
Yeah,
right?
not anymore.
Well,
It
what's
is
it
now
called
rebranded as the Phoenicia Playhouse.
The Phoenicia Playhouse.
Right.
Who's in charge there? You're not there. You don't work
I
there.
am not there anymore. I'm forgetting his name, but I would.
Is Tori still there?
I think she's occasionally there.
Yeah.
I think that they're,
Because she was there like full time for like a
Yeah.
long time.
I mean, it's a small town, and I think
Yeah.
being where it is economically, it tends to go through some personnel shifts quite
Yeah.
frequently.
That's a hefty trip from here. That's like 40,
Yeah.
45 minutes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's halfway between here and my family homestead in
Cute little
Roxbury.
space, though. Great
It's a
little
it's a
town,
lovely
great
little
space,
theater.
yeah.
They got one
Fun.
of the most funky and crazy little restaurants, the name of which I don't remember, but they had really good food and really good drink, which is very important if you're in the theater, ladies and gentlemen. Accent on the drink,
But
yeah. So now that you've been teaching, you do get to direct every once in a while at school, right?
Well, we started an after-school program, so that gives me time. During the day, I'm mainly teaching academic subjects, so I don't.
And the
Yeah.
last big thing you directed here was
Last big thing I directed here was Fun Home.
Fun Home. That was
year.
last summer.
Yep, yeah.
That was a great production.
That was a
by the
lovely
way.
production.
Oh, it was really,
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
Those
Really,
kids
really
were
good.
incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's a
Jared, I
beautiful
thought
show.
Jared was fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good production. All right, so Dorothy and Secret Garden opens on, we don't have a poster yet or a flyer for Secret Garden, but it's June 21, and that's a 3 or a 4 week show?
4, so it goes through July 14th.
Or
so you
July
got lots of-
14th is when it closes?
Yeah, yeah.
So that'll be the same play schedule, Friday, Saturday at 8 o'clock and Sunday at 3?
Yep.
You're not doing a double header on a Saturday?
Absolutely not.
Not. I think Mamma Mia is doing
Yeah.
something like
Right.
double headers on Saturday. And Arsenic is 3 weeks, May 24th through June 9, normal play schedule, 8 p.m. Friday and Saturday, 3 p.m. on Sunday. You know how to get to us? 845-876-3080. Always online, centerforperformingarts.org. And you can now use our, you can go to the center's website. We're in the midst of a membership campaign. You can donate online, and we now have a PayPal account. So if you want to make this an ongoing, $10 a month for the rest of your life, why not? You can do it using our PayPal account.
Awesome.
All right. So Joe, plans for the future? You got anything else you're going to be working on?
I'm probably going to be helping out with Secret Garden
Yeah.
after I'm
As soon
done.
as he's
You
done, I'm
are.
grabbing him back.
Okay. And do you have a menu yet for what's happening next year?
We have some titles under consideration. The big thing
But
is the
nothing-
Fantastics in the fall.
Well, that is definite, right?
Yeah, and we're looking at Rumors for the winter. And
Rumors
yes,
would be
I'm-
cool,
Yeah, which would
right?
be great, January.
You're not directing Fantastics.
No, I am
It's
producing
Tina,
it,
right?
and Tina will be back
Tina
as
is gonna
director.
direct it.
So
That's
we're
great.
really looking forward to
Yeah.
that. I think
Yeah.
it's going to be a
Everybody
beautiful
loves that
show.
play. I think people, though, forget the second act of that play. They know the first act very
Well,
well.
and I think they know some of the music, but they don't tie together how
They do not.
what's
And
going on.
we've
with
done it
characters.
several times. And one time when I did it, I just went nuts with Act 2. And I made it, like, darker than it is. Because it's pretty dark. Yeah. But it's a lovely, lovely, lovely play. And so, Joe, you're going to be working on that. You have anything else that you're planning to do?
Nothing specific after that.
Yeah, I'm in Skokie, apparently. I'm somebody named Mr. Edelman. I have no idea. I think I'm a Jewish butcher or baker, something like that. I have a very few lines. You know how it is around here. We ran out of old guys. We need 2 old guys. So I said, well, all right, I guess I'm one of the resident old guys now. You have you worked with Dave before in a show, Dave Foster?
I have,
Dorothy,
yeah.
yeah.
I actually worked with him out at STS and Anything Goes about maybe 10 years ago now.
Did you direct that?
I did, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know
Stage
you did
Directed
that.
and
manage for what you do.
choreographed,
Yeah. Oh, you choreograph as well. Well,
Little
you
bit.
you choreographed Man of La Mancha and you directed it.
Did not direct it.
You did
choreographed
not direct it?
Yeah, I didn't know
Who
I was gonna-
directed this?
Violet Snow.
I don't know
Yeah,
who
she was
is.
on our board, Phoenicia resident
Yeah.
and writer, local writer.
And that was one of the very few times that Andy Weintraub
Right?
relocated from here
Yeah.
to play Don Quixote
Yeah,
over there.
right?
Yeah,
That's
that was a lovely production, by the way.
It's fun.
I enjoyed it thoroughly.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a good time.
yeah.
Good time.
Thank you.
All right, so 845-876-3080. A Skokie, I don't have a ticket price on here. It's probably a $25 ticket. Arsenic and Old Lace is probably a $25 ticket. I'm guessing Secret Garden is a $27 ticket. Musicals are always a little more expensive. A little pitch, ladies and gentlemen, to you all. We are the recipient of a very lovely $50,000 challenge grant. And if you know how challenge grants work, it means that we have to raise a significant amount of money. So we put this out on Constant Contact, and we put it by a snail mail, which got mailed around May 2nd or May 3rd, so it might be hitting your doors around May 10th, which is today. But by the time you air this show, you still have time to make a contribution, because we do need to make this match. And what will we do with this money? Well, there are a lot of things we need to do with this money. Our roof is approaching 23 years old. I don't know how much longer. Seats need to be done. The AC is not completed. Our juggler, which flies things up and down, apparently is not working.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a shame. So a lot of the stuff we used to do, flying things in and out, either we're going to do it manually or not do it at all. You know that, right?
Right, I do. Yeah.
Terrible. It's one of the things that makes this place great. That it's got rich technical resources, but things are breaking down as they do as they age. We need a new elevator. We need new seats. We could work on the stage floor. We need to reconfigure and do something nicer with our bathrooms. I think rugs need to be replaced. So, we need your help. So anything you can do. We are a 501c3. Your contribution is allowed by law. It's a tax deduction for you. So please, be as generous as you will. The arts kind of hit the bottom of everybody's menu.
Yeah.
Hospitals,
Not me,
schools.
but-
Well, not you, not me, probably not you, but the world at large.
No,
It's
you're right.
Hospitals, schools,
Well, and disaster
libraries.
relief, and
Well,
we're having more disasters because of climate change, and so it feels
right.
like,
If you asked me, and you to say what's my hierarchy of needs, I would always put disasters and kids first. I
Right.
would say, all right, I'm a struggling theater, but
right,
I'll wait.
right.
If there are things that need to be met, let's meet them. All right, that's our show for this month. You know what to do. May 24, Arsenic and Olays. June 14, Skokie. June 21, Secret Garden. Call us, 845-876-3080, or go to our website, centerforperformingarts.org. Thank you, Joe Beam. Thank you, Dorothy.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we'll see you.